Welcome everyone to week 4 of OPH versus TC Jukes. We've got a very exciting We have a very exciting disconnect party. It appears we are back in the group. Not entirely sure what's happening, but they started roughly on time, so I don't expect shenanigans. You know with how some NLTP games can go with 15-minute speeches and stuff. These aren't even the right maps. Let me get that fixed. Okay, attempt to welcome everyone to week 4 of OPH versus TC Jukes. We've got a very... Why are people leaving again? Here's one of the players might not be able to connect normally, possibly. And we do have a new group. Okay, attempt 3. Welcome everyone to OPH versus TC Jukes. I half expect we're going to restart again. We have a very interesting lineup. OPH is led by Nameless and TC Jukes is led by Circle Jerk. And they're both very seasoned, experienced players. Aunt Jemina is coming in for the cap and he gets it, slipping past two people. Chaos is coming from the top. He has a very nice juke. Staying alive, almost threading the group of 3 people to get a cap. Very close one. Aunt Jemina is trying to stay alive to make sure his team isn't threatened in a 2v... It's a 2v3 situation now. But Wasa gets out! And Wasa cat! I like saying that name. That's a very fun name. It's power-up time. We've got 6 seconds until power-ups. The first round of puffs can be timed very well, to be honest. And it looks like TC Jukes sweeps all 3 pups. Oof. Oof. Really nice tag lead by Anthony so far. Angelina is looking for a grab and finally gets it. Might be a pass read. I almost want to say this is a cap. But OPH gets ahead. They're not so easily blocked, which is a very good property of a team. You do not want to be blocked, especially in a tag pro situation. Well, I mean, very close one by Angelina. I think she was going for the bomb play, but it almost worked. Got power-ups in 2 seconds. Got top, bottom, and mid. TC Jukes swept that first, and then OPH sweeps next. That's some rather inconsistent play from both sides. Really nice night by D-Rec. Chaos is going to have to hold on to defense, but OPH isn't able to press hard enough to get out. What's that? Is it flaccid? I'm insulted. Aunt Jamina is doing a 1v2 job, not able to do anything because bugs are hard on this map. That's a bomb for a really nice bomb grab by TC Jukes. They've got a flag pro, they're going to want to... This is a dangerous situation. You do really want to kiss because the enemy team has a tag as well, and that can be very devastating. But thankfully they were able to get... TC Jukes was able to get a chokehold and get the return. D-Rex trying to wiggle his way through. Can't quite fit under the gate. I almost want to say he should exercise more. Chaos has a nice out. Wait, that's... We have pups coming up in 4 or 5 seconds. It's going to be a tight fight. We have 2 on mid. Bottom... Galvatron had a really rough spot there, spiking it though. Nice rolling grab by Anthony. Ooh. Anthony lost the rolling. I don't think TC Jukes, they weren't getting out with that grab, but it was a well fought fight. Chaos might have a night out here. He's past 2, But God gets the bounce and he gets the return. Jamina is looking for a boost out, which you can do it. It's just very tough from that spot. And even tougher, honestly, when it's 1v2. One thing I see OPH doing that TC Jukes isn't, is that more frequently they're ignoring the enemy pup, which I think should be happening most of the time at least, because getting the enemy pup, even especially 1v1, is very hard. It's much better to have a solid 2 pups mid and yours than to have a shaky situation. Shakier. Nice grab by D-Rec. If he can squeeze it out, he's past 2, he's top. If they get this return, it's cap. It's a cap for OPH. It's the first cap of the game. But then they forget about power-ups. And TC Jukes gets a tag pro advantage. If they handle this well, it could really very well be a revenge cap. A raccoon's holding on for now though, and he's being very slippery. But he might get returned. Nope, he's just evading everything. Good job, Raccoon. You saved your team. Galvatron is juking up top, but oh, my heart goes out to you, Galvatron, on that one. Got power-ups in about 10 seconds now. But Galvatron dares to defy the pup gods. He grabs. He's looking mid. Will he get it? No, he's going for the cap, and is that a cap? Almost. Why do I have a beat? Okay, that's something I need to look at quickly. I really hope this doesn't switch away from the game. That switches away from the game. None of you see anything. I'm getting a password reset, reset email like 2 months after I requested it. That's awful. Anyway, now that I know that's not important, let's get back to the game. Anthony with a nice grab and bomb protection. That bomb is really useful for getting both out and staying alive. D-Rec is in a bit of a pinch, and he died. Wasa, how did that not cap? But he still pulls it out. Really nice box by Anthony and Janina there. Wasa, despite having that setback, still had the awareness to not throw it and be shocked. Chaos is coming in for a potential cap, but D-Rec grabs and gets out and dies. Close one by Raccoon. He tried to take the what my team likes to call the dwarf boost, and it didn't work. 3 Jukes for a TC. That's really fitting. Wow. That's really fitting. Jamina is coming in. OPH is playing very defensive by clumping up on their side and not really pushing out. But TC Jukes still gets the nub step on. Wow. How did that? And that shows you how Boost can be extremely powerful in this game, because he can take so many directions with some of them. And that's also a tip for map makers out there. If you have boosts on your map, make sure they can do a lot, because that's what people like. And TC Jukes wins right after they got 3 straight jukes. That was good. Let me go in turn. Scores 4-2. I have that backwards, so let's get that fixed. Hello, viewers, by the way. Funky, there's a chance you say something, please? Thank you. You are hearable. Yeah, here you go. Thank you, Funky. Let me unmute you on stream. Here you go. Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. You know what? Just to be extra professional, I'm gonna plug in my mic so that I sound nice and crisp for all the fans at home.
We've got plenty of fans already. We've got 4,000 viewers.
4,000?
We've
Damn,
got 4.
Blew up since last time I played.
Yeah, we've got 1,000 namelesses. We've got 2,000 some ball twos. As a legal disclaimer, none of these are paid show accounts.
I just did a script game with the A team, and we crushed the opposition. So I'm feeling really good about that.
Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, that sounds good, honestly. That sounds good. I might need to upgrade my mic setup at some point, to be honest.
All right. This is me on a professional mic.
Speak at normal volume.
Okay, here I am talking at normal volume. Tell me, I can turn it up or down considerably.
Somewhat up.
Okay, gotcha. Test. 1, 2, 3. Testing. How's this?
A little bit more and then we're good.
Okay, I can give you a little bit more.
We're about the same now.
Testing. How's this?
Sounds good.
All right.
According to OBS, we're about the same volume level, which is what I'm aiming for.
Perfect. All right, here we go. We're getting in there.
Now, hopefully I have a week where I don't accidentally stay on the waiting screen. Welcome everyone to week 4 of OPH versus TC Jukes. This is game 1, half 2. And as a surprise, I have
Funky Spud.
Funky Spud with us today. So we had a really interesting game last one because we kept on getting so many pup sweeps. And one of them was a straight juke juice. 3 of them for TC Jukes.
Wow. Well, that's good news.
I half expect that there are going to be so many just pup sweeps again this time. And Aunt Jamina is out again. Was a boost straight into the cap.
That was a quick one. I think they were a little bit worried about Chaos sitting on that bomb, so he provided a distraction. Got right out of there. That was great.
Distractions are lovely.
Absolutely. Threatening a bomb can be almost as good as an actual bomb, depending on how you play it. Great.
And that's something I don't see a lot of people saying. You can do the same with defense, with most anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, Blue wasn't quite able to capitalize with that juke juice on offense. But defense is holding strong.
Aunt Jamina might be having some connection trouble.
Oh, I see that.
It'd be very unfortunate because You always want your full squad of 4 on.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we're a little bit nervous about that on Dark Side of the Ball as well with Raven moving houses and all that. Hopefully we don't have those same issues over there.
Actually, Raven should be fine because they got a message today that they can move back in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's wonderful.
The only issue is that they now have to deal with the soggy carpet,
Right.
which I still don't know why it's soggy. And now this.
if you clean the floor, there's like when you're moving out of a house, sometimes they'll do like a full clean, and so they're basically like washing the carpets.
I
from what
forgot
understand.
about that.
Yeah, it's adult stuff.
Who wants to be cleaning carpets?
How confident are you in the Aunt Jemima pronunciation you've been using? Because I was under the impression it was Aunt Jemima.
I don't know what's half of these names.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think Galvertron is the right pronunciation for that one name.
Bertron. All
Yeah.
right.
Galvertron.
Oh,
Galvertron.
Blue. Okay, Red was able to get mid. That was really big. They got a tag pro, but Blue also got a tag pro.
Blue
So
has
that
the
happens
Juke
here.
advantage though, so they can deal
Oh,
with
yeah.
the tech a lot more easily.
Yes, indeed. Oh, and they kissed.
They ended up going for the kiss, which is a very smart
That's-
move.
Yeah, that's a good play there.
Anthony was almost out.
Yeah, oh, that was close. He needed to do the dwarf juke there.
But no
Using the
one's
boost.
been. Actually, someone did attempt that at one point, but they failed. It requires a little bit of practice to get working consistently.
Yeah. It's interesting in that it's a boost that is really based on your ability to slow down and control it, to get underneath that gate. It's really easy to be too excited and hit it too fast, and then, your spike.
And there is a way to hit. You know how you hit the closer of the diagonals?
Yes.
You can hit the further, and you can make it out that way, but it is very nitpicky.
Oh, interesting. That's
I say
advanced.
that because I did hit it once.
Oh, we got the tag pro lead here. Let's see what they can do. Ah, and the boost. That'll get you the team boost.
Galvatron is looking for an out. Is he going to take the dwarf boost?
Oh, he messed it up too.
No one's been able to hit it, and it would have led to caps.
Yeah, you would have been ahead.
Actually, I first learned about that boost on OPH. So. Aunt Jamina is in a really good position.
Yeah, might be waiting to see what happens. Oh.
Oh. Going in so hot and furious can be very troublesome.
Yeah. Yeah, high risk, high reward. Oh, Chaos keeps the rolling bomb. Oh, here we go, another chance. Oh, I thought he was going for it. I got 2 rolling grabs here.
It's a rolling versus rolling fight. Who will get out alive?
Oh, Blue
Chaos.
has a good chance to cap here if they make some good blocks.
And
Oh, he slowed down too much.
It was-
Oh, no.
Pixels. That's the worst sort of return for an offender.
And that was a great snipe by Raccoon there.
There have been some good snipes by both sides.
Yeah, definitely some high-level play going on for sure. This is coming from an NLTP rookie. Just to be totally clear, nothing I say here is the opinion of the official podcast or whatever this is, of Dwarf Fortress or any of that.
It's okay. Sometimes I actually think rookies have a better grasp of the situation than non-rookies. Because non-rookies can get fixated on this or that, and then it's
Oh, yeah.
This
Oh,
should be-
Chaos. Yup.
really
Wonderful.
nice domination by TC Jukes.
Yeah, that was really good. Chaos really used that tag pro to full advantage.
Wait a minute, I forgot that. There we go. I'm surprised no one has commented in the chat room.
Oh, we gotta get some active listeners in here. I mean, there's 4,000 listeners and not one comment. What's going on here?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Really nice tag pro grab by OPH. They're going to have to be very careful and aim for that juke.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough situation when there's 4 in base.
And
4D
it's exactly
is the new
want.
meta, I'm telling you.
It didn't used to be that way, to be honest.
Oh, just lots of turtling on D.
No, it's more like offense didn't really help defense in any situation.
Interesting.
But it does help so much when it happens. Like,
It
you
feels
can-
like, yeah, it feels like the game's really fluid and open right now. Like a lot of like defenders that can cap and hold. I feel like that really helps the game. And same thing with offenders that can like chase down and like get returns. You know, those are like really valuable skills, at least at the B team level.
And it's why I have to think I'm a better offender as a defender. Because
Oh,
it's also a lot
score here.
easier to cap off of defense. Because then you're not having to do the rub grabs and you're not having to like worry about getting in. You're just
Oh, yeah,
coming off
yeah.
a regrab.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
I remember once that someone made a graph for NLTP, either last season or the one before, showing that defenders on average had, I think, the higher capping rate.
Galvatron almost got the dwarf boost. That was really close, actually. This was that last little boost. Boosted him up. Oh.
Wonderful.
Okay. Oh! That's Chaos has been making some good snipes today.
And that would have worked too if the FC just took that low boost.
Oh, yeah.
That's something
totally.
I don't see happening too much in B team. Like offense can really do some damage by taking the boost behind them or on their path.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it slows them down a little, it slows the other team down too.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be
Oh,
a cap for
raccoon.
OPH. It's the first cap for OPH this half.
Wow, very good. Oh, can Chaos make it happen?
TC
Oh!
Jukes. It's so. Oh no.
Oh, that's gotta feel bad. But they you know, they're up a point. That's good.
TC Jukes. This is the second half.
Oh, okay. Well, can you catch me up, please? How did the first half go?
4-2 TC Jukes leading.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
overall, it's 6-3.
Nice. Well, good for TC Jukes putting it away there.
And they almost got that extra cap. Which caps
Just
for
for
the
the
most
stats.
part don't matter too much in competitive as long as you're winning. But it does help with tiebreakers.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to talk about ELO and after game predictions, before game predictions, it matters there too.
Yeah, sure. How familiar are you with the system? I'm really curious about how tiebreakers work. I'm new this season, so do you mind explaining maybe how that could come into play?
This is something I do not know off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Because there are like 6 tiebreakers.
Oh, it's one of those. Yeah.
It's one of those. And someone actually used to make weekly content about that, showing like what the tiebreakers were and stuff, but
Mm.
well, showing the rankings in addition to tiebreakers, and like if this team was to make it into playoffs, this is what they need.
I feel like that's the kind of content we need more of, you know? I feel like, you know, as someone who's sort of getting into the whole system, it's not super transparent sometimes how the system is structured and how everything works, you know? I didn't find out that B team, for instance, got 20 extra minutes this week until I just read it in a chat somewhere, you know? Like, I'm not sure how that information is put out there sometimes.
I still don't even know where that's put out, and I've played
Yeah.
competitive for so many seasons.
Yeah, like I remember asking for some information recently, and like I was given a Google spreadsheet that had all this, like all the trades. That's what it was. I was wondering, how do you know who's traded to who? And I was given a spreadsheet that had all the information, but I'm like, where is this? Like, where do you get this? You know?
And that's actually something I've asked for them to update, because there's the subreddit. You know about the subreddit?
Oh yeah.
And then there's the sidebar of information, but so much of it is outdated.
See, that's the thing is like when I was getting in it this season, I found signups from the subreddit, and then I saw a bunch of information. It was just like some of it was outdated, some of it like the links didn't work anymore. Yeah, that's something I would love to see updated and, you know, consolidated somehow. Okay, so just to be clear, this is game 2 now, right?
Yes, this is game 2 of.
Okay.
Let me check the stream. Yes, we're good. This is game 2 between TC Jukes and OPH.
I'm very excited to see what Chaos does. I felt like he was really on fire last game. He had some great snipes, some great caps. And TC Jukes is definitely winning the power-up game, at least from the half that I saw. And I'm assuming from the other half too, given what the scoreline was there.
But this is also a bit of a. I think both maps are similar. So I think TC Jukes is still going to come out on top.
Like I said, look at Chaos. Look at this man. Oh!
The bomb, the tags, the pain, the depression. The
I'm a
crippling
defender. That's
depression.
beautiful to me. I love seeing that.
Same. And that's a password. If they get gate, it might be a.
Oh,
Was-
see, Wasa was on the pop, you know. That's
That-
the thing.
That's a very difficult situation. Like,
Absolutely.
can you contribute enough for there to be a cap, or do you go for the pop?
Yeah, I've been on the wrong side of that decision many times. That's a tough one.
Nice grab by. Ooh, nice grab and jukes by Raccoon.
Oh my gosh, Chaos getting out there is so impressive. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm a huge Chaos fan.
Did you know Chaos's regular name is Excel?
Excel.
Or at least that's what their Discord name is. Last season. Or maybe they did the switch this season. I didn't think they would be someone who did. Who would?
Oh, I hope I didn't jinx Chaos there. He boosted going for the pop and unfortunately spike.
I'm rooting for OPH here because of Galvatron.
Are you guys buddies?
We are. We're nice
Very
buddies.
good.
And he's a really nice offender too. The one minor issue, depending on if you want to call it an issue, is that he doesn't show up too much to scrims.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm sort of new to the scene. I'm wondering if you have opinions on this, but I've heard there's like majors players that are kind of the same way. They show up and they play great. That's a really interesting thing as a team leader. Like, what do you do there?
I mean, if the player is playing great, you're going to expect this going into them. If you think it's going to be big enough of an issue, then maybe it's just best that you didn't draft them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this tends to be a fairly consistent thing, whether someone shows up for scrims or not. And it can be helpful for some people. In general, it is helpful. But sometimes scrims are just like a grindy thing. So like you also have to consider whether the person is going to take it seriously or not. I think the best scrims I've ever had were with Peach Fuzz. Because he was a captain who actually went and like practiced 1v1 situations with me.
Oh, very cool.
Like, let's say I'm the FC and I'm on this boost, but you're by yourself. What do? We practice it a little.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's a really good thing to do, I think.
But most captains
this is a big
don't.
opportunity for blue. Never mind. Yeah, I actually want to give a shout out to a coach that I only had for a week this season, ASAP. I've never, he gave me the impression that Tag Pro was very serious because he did, he would watch, the game film with you and analyze it, and he would provide Excel sheets with like defensive placements and like boost routes and things like that. It was very useful and very impressive. I have to say ASAP is one of the more proactive coaches I've ever seen in this game.
Agreed. ASAP is a very good coach, and it's very nice when they do those after game analyses and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was my first week in the league, and I learned so much. I mean, I improved like 400% in that 1 week. Just like, oh, you have to do this on D. I learned about anti. I learned about staying ahead at all costs.
Oh, you
Bunch of
bring
really
back
great
so
stuff.
many memories because I was playing in season. I played in season 3 competitive, and regrab had to be taught.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh,
I mean,
wow.
we also had weird maps that back then. Like, have you ever
Like
heard of
Star?
Gamepad? Oh yeah,
Oh,
Star
I
was
haven't.
one of them.
In pubs, they've been doing some. They've been bringing back some of those really old classic maps, like Koala, I think it's called. It's
GeoKoala, we played that.
GeoKoala, yeah.
And
I used to love that map.
One of the things we practiced, like explicitly practiced for that map, was going through the mouth, and you had to get that flawlessly
Oh yeah.
because it
For
does
sure.
save so much time going through.
Yeah, that's true. In pubs, people just tend to take the long way around. When you think about it.
It can also
least this
lead
was
to
back,
some
like-
fun chaos with the bombs.
Oh yeah.
And if you look
Yeah.
up 45, I'll show you this in between games, but there was another really interesting map.
You're talking about Gamepad?
No, not Gamepad. It was even worse than Gamepad in like what you were required to do.
Yeah, some of those original maps, it's just so fun. They didn't really understand the meta of the game yet. They were just kind of creating maps that looked cool or maybe had a cool concept. Ooh, Raccoon. That was such a great juke.
A very nice bomb by
Yeah.
Jemima,
Jemima.
too. That almost sounds like burn.
Oh, I guess so.
Jemima. Really nice out by Raccoon. He was considering gate, but it got blocked off so quickly.
I feel a little bit bad. We were talking through that first cap. Raccoon had a really good cap. Oh, now Galvatron. Look at that.
Wait, they capped like.
Yeah, we were living some early Tag Pro nostalgia there, so we missed it. But yeah, it was a good cap by Raccoon.
And Raccoon's back at it again. Pass 2?
Almost had that corner.
It's a very tough corner too because it slants in the direction you don't want to go.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Chaos, my man.
And that might be a cap for... Wait a minute. I just realized OPH is up by more than 1. TC Jukes is not doing... What is 2C Jukes doing?
That was so close.
Really nice out by Galvatron, and that was close to a cap if the return came a little bit quicker. Nice out by Raccoon, choosing not to use the bomb, but choosing just to walk it.
Patience is one of those important lessons in Tag Pro that I'm still working on quite a bit myself.
Staying ahead I think patience is a little bit more emphasized on defense because you have to be staying ahead. If you're not staying ahead, you just get capped on.
Oh, did he have the angle there? I kind of felt like you could have made that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe I didn't see it. With offense, it's a little bit harder to know to be patient because it's like you always want to be pushing. It's a lot more about taking risks. If like they have 2 defenders in base.
Oh, he's past 3.
And that's the first cap for TC Jukes.
Are they gonna have a cap train here?
I don't think so. OPH is not one to give cap trains.
Oh,
But they just...
that was such a good play by Enjemima, and the blocks were wonderful. Wow.
OPH, don't make me eat my own words.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to see if I can look up tiebreakers.
Oh, yeah.
Snake draft. Tiebreakers, the tiebreaker section of the rules. So the first tiebreaker is head-to-head record. So let's say 2 teams are both tied for ace place. If they've played a game against each other, then whoever won that game wins the tiebreaker. The next
That certainly
tiebreaker
makes sense.
is the record against common opponents, which I assume is looking at the win-loss ratio against common opponents, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the third tiebreaker is where we get to caps. Cap differential against common opponents.
Oh, against common opponents. Okay, cool.
And then the fourth tiebreaker, which I think teams have actually fallen this far before, is total cap differential.
Okay, yeah, like all teams. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's really interesting how they try to look at the statistics between the 2 teams first before broadening out from there.
Mm-hmm.
The 5th tiebreaker is total caps, and the 6th one is probably the most fun tiebreaker. A 5-minute open field Masters game with one player from each team.
That should be first tiebreaker. That's what I want to see.
I want to see that too now.
Oh, man.
That sounds like so much fun.
Oh, absolutely. Wow.
Oh, and they even have tiebreakers for 3-way ties.
Okay. Just a cap differential for 3-way, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Points acquired in head-to-head matches is the first tiebreaker.
Okay.
Assuming the tied teams have played each other.
I'm gonna mute myself for just 1 minute. My roommate has no idea that I'm live streaming, so I'm just gonna go let them know, and then I'll be right back.
I can't even hear them, but go ahead.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. That's all. I'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final half of TC Jukes versus OPH. They are currently... Let me double check the stream quick. We're good. They're currently tied in game 2. TC Jukes was behind until the very last minute and pulled out some, I want to say, very lucky caps. So, based off of that, I expect OPH to win this game. But we'll see.
Whoa.
Welcome back, Funky Spud.
Oh, thank you for having me. You know, I got to root for my boy Chaos. I've become a Chaos fan in the last 10 minutes. So.
And that's a
Well,
cap
look
for
at that.
OPH.
Oh,
Chaos is... Wait a minute, is Chaos a defender? Don't remember what...
he's been playing offense. He's scored caps in the last 2 halves that I've watched, and had some pretty impressive jukes.
Anyone on TC Jukes better have some impressive jukes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Wait, what does the TC stand for?
Yeah, that's a team name I haven't figured out personally.
Tag
Like
coin?
we're missing something really obvious. I think it might be like a pun, some sort of group name. I don't know.
Raccoon has the grab. He's out. Should have gone out, honestly. Anthony Davis is holding. He's trying to look for a way into base. It's going to be very tough, especially with OPH having that rolling bomb. And it's still not defused. Rolling bombs can be very powerful at redirecting plays. OPH, if they get the return, might have a capping opportunity, but they don't get it. There was a chance.
Aunt Jemima's doing a really good job staying alive right now. Juking in and out, using bombs to his advantage.
Very much. Aunt Jemima is one of the... Mima? I think it's one of the first few picks for 18. Or 18.
Oh, okay.
I got 8 and B mixed up. And Swiss dies getting the rolling. Actually, that's not a bad trade-off, dying for the rolling there.
There you go. And that's another cap for OPH.
Now, TC Jukes is going to play somewhat good until the end, where they just pull out everything and cap twice in the last minute.
That's their MO.
I actually know teams. I mean, they didn't do it with their caps, but they would give up power-ups. And they didn't really care about power-ups, but they were like, screw it, we're still winning.
Yeah. Oh, that boost. Got Aunt Jemima out.
Galvatron is in a really tough situation, but he has God helping. He's trying to go split them, I think.
Oh.
And he barely makes it under.
Man, these jukes are impressing me. I'd say.
I mean, part of it is that they're not committing to any specific direction and they're just wiggling around until the opportunity opens.
I really had my eyes opened recently. I was doing I was in a 1v1 room where Bert and Bot was just kind of playfully inviting Cheese Doodle and some other people to do 1v1s, and I had an opportunity to play a 1v1 against First, who is a Majors player. And the amount of jukes that I saw from him, I mean, it's like it was a fake out inside of fake out inside of fake out, and reacting very quickly. And yeah, just the amount of level of play you can get out of such a simple game. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know if it's just because I'm so new to the scene, but seeing these like really good A-team players and majors players, doing these insane jukes. I mean, that's exciting for me for sure.
And it does play into defense because when you have contain, you have two people, and it's going to work best. Contain will work best if you have an aggressive defender. But the only way for you to have an aggressive defender is also if they're low lag, because they need that reaction time. It is necessary. Like, even a ping of 80 can prevent someone from playing that sort of position.
I could actually see that, especially at a high level, for sure.
I'm talking about even like B team.
Oh, yeah.
Though B team skill level has risen ever since the beginning.
I was surprised how tough it was. It was kind of a shock coming in, because like I said, I'm a rookie, and in pubs, like the reason why I wanted to do NLTP is because in pubs, I was doing what I've learned now is called a swipe, which is where like you basically heavy commit on a juke of an offensive player. And I was getting those swipes like 95% of the time, like so many caps, and I thought I was doing really well. And even on B team, like you're getting guys that are doing these really complicated, intricate jukes and responding very quickly. And it's quite impressive.
It is very different from like season 3, where the majority of the team was actually made to competitive. As in, they actually had to be taught stuff, and there were practices for this. And here, it's like, everyone, let's go into scrims, let's play. It's not much teaching.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of the players know a lot more of the information, and I mean, I had to learn about anti, and I had to learn about like how to actually play defense, and when overcommitting is really bad, and when you need to play safe. I mean, some intricacies that you wouldn't expect necessarily for like the lowest level of play, but yeah, B team is a different animal than it used to be, I suppose.
That actually makes me really curious what season 1 was like.
It's probably just looked like a small variant of pubs. That was a really good opportunity for blue, and now red is
really nice bomb by Galvatron.
Wow, that was a great bomb.
Like, I don't think that was even on purpose. It was that obscure. We have the last power-up round going up. We've got 2v2 situation on OPH's side, and OPH gets the juke. And one interesting thing to point out is that when it became 2v1, the TC juke offender moved to go for the flag. Because honestly, going for the 1v1 out can be better than like just struggling to get a pop. This is a decent situation for TC Jukes, but Galvatron just refuses to be returned.
That was really interesting. Galvatron with the moves there.
Galvatron is really good at holding and juking. Like last season, there were a few games where his team was just down and they would be knocked out of playoffs, but he just held and held and held and then capped, and then they didn't get knocked out of playoffs. It was ridiculous.
I'm calling for it now. The Chaos Galvatron 1v1. I need to see it. I need to know who would win.
I want to see that too now. Chaos has a nice grabbing opportunity if he uses bomb. Oh, but he kills himself.
Yeah, you're jinxing players. I'm seeing it happen.
I once jinxed a team so badly, we went from a 6-cap lead to 1-cap lead in under 2 minutes. Literally, it was bad jinxing. We can't get capped on again. We can't get capped on again. Yep. And
That was a. I was just gonna say a strong showing by OPH. That was a really good win.
very good job, OPH, working and coming back to get that split this week. Let me go update the scoreboard. I was honestly not predicting that because, while Willow is more open with grabs, like you still have, I don't know, for some reason I still feel like they're fairly similar maps.
I know what you mean. They have some similarities for sure.
Oh no, the chat, the group chat.
I'm putting in my. Oh no. That got. Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, GG's, very nice job by both sides. Because they came back firing. OPH did really good the second game, and TC Jukes did really good the first game. So we got to see some really good stuff from everyone. I would not be surprised if there were at least one top 10 play that we just witnessed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So with that, thank you everyone for watching. This was Dwarf, and that is
Funky Spud.
see you again in 11 minutes.